You know when you gather with Jewish people the day after the Seder, and there's this measuring contest of whose Seder went later? Well, Kabbalists don't measure their Seder based on duration, but rather based on how many of the Kabbalistic meditations, also known as kavanot, they managed to have throughout the Seder. And one year, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Bardichev, who was well known for always seeing people in the best light, thought that he had managed to meditate deeply on all of these intentions. But suddenly, he had a quasi-revelation which said that Chaim the Schlepper had a more impressive Seder than him. Now, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak was totally fine with a Jew having a more impressive Seder than him, but he was seeking to learn a lesson. So he dispatched some of his students to find out what the story was with Chaim the Schlepper. The problem was that nobody knew who Chaim the Schlepper was, so they had to inquire throughout the town late at night to discover who he was and where he lived. Finally, they figured it out. They go to the edge of town to his hovel, and they knock on the door. His wife answered, and they ask if they could talk to Chaim the Schlepper. She says, "You're welcome to talk with him, but he's sprawled out drunk." So the young Hasidim hoisted him on their shoulders and brought him to Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Bardichev. They rouse him from his stupor and ask him if he hosted a Seder. He answers, "Well, kinda. When I remembered that I am not allowed to drink vodka for the 8 days of Passover, I made sure to drink 8 days worth of vodka and fell completely asleep. My wife, who's more meticulous than I am, woke me up from my sleep and told me, 'Chaim, we have to have the Seder.' So I answered her, 'What do you want from me? I am a simpleton, the son of a simpleton, and I don't know much about Seders. All I know is that we were once enslaved and God took us out of exile, and today as well we're still in exile and God will one day take us out.' And then I peeked at the table and saw there was wine and matzah and eggs, so I drank a bunch of wine, ate a bunch of matzah, and gobbled a bunch of eggs, then went back to sleep." The rabbi instructed his students to bring Chaim back to his house and explained to them that his Seder was so precious in the eyes of God because he said what he said without any ulterior motives and from a place of absolute truth.